Welcome to the Startup Leaders Show, where we learn lessons from leading startup founders and executives. I'm your host, Lisa Dreher. I'm excited to introduce our guest for today, Aila Raquel. She is the CEO of Alya Nanosatellites. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you. I love this kind of coincidence. My name, that is Aila, and the name of the company, that's Alya. And I love to say every time that it's a star. It's already existent star. So it's a kind of great coincidence of the outer space, I can say. So thank
Absolutely. It
you,
was a
thank
little
you.
it was a little bit of a tongue twister for me, but
Ah, yes, for everybody. Doesn't care, everybody do the same. And it's okay for me because it's always something that I really love, to be into this all the time. I'm all into Aliyah all the time. So Aliyah, it's me sometimes.
yeah,
No
yeah.
problem.
So maybe you can start by giving us just a little bit of background on Aaliyah and yourself.
Oh, great. Yes, I am an architect and urbanist, but I've been many times of my career thinking about technological centers. That is the great place to receive the people from academy and to instrument these people, to put the right equipment for them, the better comfort to have their solutions to go to the market. It's something like the technological centers. And it came to me a lot. I've been designing a lot of different technological centers. And when I went to NASA, I was really excited with that technology that could really exist with many times ago. And I say, wow, it's really amazing to have this kind of technology to solve many kinds of problems. And then as an urbanist, I begin to get into the macro views, all macro views that we need from cities, from places that we need to study. It's about the satellites imagery. So I could see, wow, yes, this is something that we'd like to take care more to see with, how can this technology can solve the problems in the earth. Like in urbanists, we do this all the time. And then I could have the realize this place that could be very good place when you improve the people, when you improve the professionals with the high capacity to solve this kind of complex problems with the space technologies, and comes with this to the solutions in earth. So it was all this fit in acceleration that I went with a very good methodology. It was acceleration of startups, a founder institute that comes with the Silicon Valley methodology. So in this methodology, I could realize are my skills, and then what I can have with like efforts with something that I really love. And this is something that when you wake up in the morning, you can say, oh wow, I will do something that I really love. So I will do this with all my energy and with my happiness. And this is something that came to me with a very good methodology, and I could realize that this kind of company can solve a lot of problems in my country because it's an underdeveloped country. So we can really use here for many things that can be really have the directly impact on the people here. Like the poverty here in Brazil, it's so high. We need really to take out these people from the poverty with something like the productions of foods. That it's something that we can impact also, because if we get these people to produce foods here, we're gonna solve two problems: the near future without foods that we need to produce more, and something that we can take out these people for the poverty to produce it. So it's something that we can use this like this, because we will monitoring the agriculture here in around all the farms in Brazil. We can solve this kind of problem. We can like improve the people with the quality education. They can be more educated to be more into these activities, to receive the information as a technology way, not anymore to use their forces of their arms. They can use this as intelligence. So to improve their intelligence, we are improving the quality education. So it's something more we can impact in this way, because when you go to farmers, sometimes they are analphabetics. They don't know how to read. Sometimes they don't know, they only can use something to the audio. So we are taking so much care about how can a communications of a high technology satellite can comes to a simple one that really cannot read, someone that can be improved by this for their activities, so their activities can be more efficient because they are receiving information for us, but it's information that can really goes to him. It's not some information with some platforms that they are doing that nobody can go into these platforms of agriculture. Sometimes I can see, but something that we can really use to all these people. So yes, this is something that can be and comes with me to solve problems, to be impacting on many things as possible around me and all over. That it's something so global that I'm going global with all this energy and things that I have to share with everybody, as like things like this, that we, if we get in partnership, we can grow and we can have a mutual growth. So this is the best thing, the things that is very important for everybody to keep on their minds. We need to solve problems, and we need really to improve the professionals, improve the human beings, something like this.
So Alya Nanosatellites then is providing the connectivity so that you can reach the people in the rural areas and provide that education and connectivity.
Yes, I can not connectivity. We can
Oh,
use
okay.
we are gonna use the monitoring of our nanosatellites, that is for imagery. We're gonna produce hyperspectral imageries. So they can use this the processors, the data processors can use it for many as possible platform. That's not only for the agriculture. That it can be for the environmental protection, can be for the mine exploration, for the oil and gas, for the clean energy. That they can be there, like monitoring the efficiency of the radiations, the maps of the efficiency of all this, can really have a measure for the carbon. We can really take a look at the carbon. We are
Mm.
now, and all this is not only Alia alone. I'm putting together a lot of institutes here from Brazil, that they are really good institute of technology, institutes that can be with me into this project doing all this. They have already the expertise for measure the carbon with the hyperspectral imagery. So we will produce this imagery so we can be partner on this. So we are doing this with a private company and institutions going in partnership to help one for each other, because they can have the possibility to have a nanosatellite for them only for this, but they can improve someone of the territory to have this that can be delivered for them to many as possible solutions that they can do this with this kind of processing data. So we are keeping and we are growing together on all this. This is the best way we can go global. We can have global partnership when we can grow with a mutual growth. So this is something that we are always the time aiming to.
Wow, very exciting. So, we invited you here today to talk a little bit about the success that you've realized in your career and business growth. So, maybe we can start by having you just talk a little bit about the biggest keys to your success so far.
Oh, this is a very good question. I can say to you that it's not only one key. I can say that it's something that is a lot of keys, and there are many keys that you can use to unlock, and there are many keys that you really need to lock the things. Sometimes the keys of to you to unlock the things is the keys that you use to all your commitments, your commitment with yourself, when you talk to you and say, yes, I'm doing the best things I could do, and I could be really efficient on this, and I'm committed with me. This is the first one that is the most important, because when you have this, you go to the other one, that is the collective commitment. When you have the collective commitment, you can solve a real problem. You are solving a real problem. You are involving people on this commitment with you. So it's something that you are really need to do as unlocking things. So I think that this is done another way. Another key that you can use for unlock things of the commitment with the connections, because you have to commit with your connections also. We are in the era of the connections. So this is the time that you can use the connections for all your good of your company. So something like this is when you give this connection, you have the commitment with your partners, with associations, with groups of the same sector that you are. You share as many as possible things with institutions, with the jobs that they are doing there, and you can bring it to the solutions, so all this, it's a kind of commitment that you need to unlock. This is the keys for unlock. But and the other keys to lock this is to, I always say, avoid the distractions, the things that it's something not so good nowadays. It's something that goes to you into your cell phone, and have all your profile, that all you'd like to look, all you'd like to be there, distracted. So they
Yeah.
comes to you as a very, very strong distraction for you. So sometimes you need really to recognize the distractions of your way, and you can really need to avoid it, really avoid
Hmm.
it. Don't go to them because they will really give to you something that you love, and this is not the something that you giving you to the other level. What is giving to
Hmm.
you to the other level, it's your focus on what you are doing. So it's something that it's very important. Sometimes my daughter, she says to me, "Oh, mommy, I'm not studying so much." She is studying medicine at this moment.
Oh.
So she said to me, "Oh, mommy, there are many times that I need to not to have like Instagram, because when I have Instagram, I go to there and be distracted so much that when I
Hmm.
see, I could waste a lot of time, and I need to work on a math there for the medicine studies." So it's something that you really need to take care. So this is the key to lock.
Yes,
I feel,
indeed.
yeah, and the other one key that is very important. I've been into this a lot of time, because when you are doing something very good for yourself, you are gonna have a lot of temptations, because the people sees you very happy, very strong, very efficient, and they goes to you to hire you for the best job in the world. So in this time, we really need to take care of it. Don't go to the temptation, because you're gonna be another employee, and you are not on this way. You are in
Hmm.
your way, that's something that you could choose to you. It's not the
Hmm.
other one that could choose to you, the other one are choosing. Sometimes
Yeah.
you need really to be more basic, less money, but in your way, because you're gonna get there and you're gonna be very happy. Then you can go to a temptation, and then you can waste your time more. And then when you come back, it comes, oh my God, sometimes that could pass, and then I could never do nothing. So if it's very you need really to avoid this kind of things. So there are many keys to unlock and keys to lock.
Sure,
I feel like
sure.
this.
Absolutely. When you think about as you've been in business over the years, what would you say is the most valuable business lesson that you've learned?
Well, there are many, many lessons I've been through, because I've been passing many things different in my life. Sometimes that I could never imagine as an entrepreneur. You go to some places, you can hear some no's, and you keep like, wow, why they are saying no to me? You can't sometimes. You just can't. You don't know what you're gonna face to sometimes.
Mhm.
So what really keeps me on my way, really have my trajectory of all this, keep going all the time, it was the commitment of my team, the commitment of me and my team. It's something that gets the best lesson, because you are with more people involved in the same mission, and these people all involved in so much things in a so good way of all this. You keep going with this always. You are committed with all this, because you are committed to all these people that came to you, because you give to them all this passion, all this effort, that you pass them a very good imagery for all this that you are doing. So it's something that is very good to keep in mind, that the best lesson is to keep your team into your mission with you, like the people that are your supporters. The best
Mhm.
supporters of every company is your team, your initial team that comes with you. So this is like you are creating the true allies in this way, you know. So you, if you
Mhm.
keep your true allies, you're gonna be succeed on what you're doing. I think this is the way.
Yeah, this is very good. When you think back, is there something that you would have told yourself when you first started out knowing what you know now?
Oh yes, there are many things that I could say. Not many things, but there are things because I could be frustrated because I'm here in a underdevelopment country. They say development country. Okay, so there are many problems here for the economy, many problems of investments, many problem that comes with the difficulties of this kind of situation on my country. So sometimes I could say to me in the first moment, if you are having or you are facing problems here in your country, that it's something that is it's different because it's not a rich country, you can really go in the first moment to outside your country. You can really go outside to make it your partnerships, your go to accelerator or incubator, because it's gonna be the first best movement. Because when you do this first movement into a place that you are not invested on, people not having the money to you to go further with your company, you're gonna like go to the death valley that the people says when your company is in the initial of the activities. So I could say in the initial times there, if I'd like to do something, not to waste so many time in facing the problem. I would like to solve it more immediately. I'd like to
Mhm.
go immediately outside and then I could get it what I need and not waste so many time. And then it comes the pandemic and I couldn't do nothing more. So
Mhm.
that's the thing that I needed to take care a lot. So this is the way I can think about the good the things that I could do in the past.
Right, right. Are there things that you've done when you've run into roadblocks or your business has hit plateaus?
Oh yes, you know when it happened like this, when the pandemic begins, I went to the virtual. So it was awesome because I could be in many places in the world, in many as possible countries, talking to a lot of people, many different people, more than I couldn't if I was in presence. Because if I was in presence, I need to travel a lot. And I needn't, because I could went to as many as possible countries in the world, because the people begins to believe on the connection between the virtual way. So this is the way that it could begin and could begin to be succeed in the missions of the steps of the company, you know. So I could put more steps in my company, I could receive more partnerships, I could receive more people into my company. The people comes to me nowadays. We are 13 people, incredible ones. They are like amazing people for their expertise, each one for each one of the expertise that we need for a company like that. And I couldn't believe, because it all happened between the pandemic, because we could be more courageous, we have more courageous to talk to the people here and decide things, and they
Mhm.
have the documents and agreements doing all this way in the virtual way. So this is the way we could go to the next level, to extend in this next level. When it begins to reopen the things all over the world, I just run to the Europe again, to the business trip, just to close the deals. And then it was awesome because I could experiment again something that is very new nowadays, to face to people, to have a card, to change cards, you know, to have
Mhm.
to be there and face to face, to talk more. It's because in our sector we need to talk more things, and we need more face to face to talk more about this, because there are many things of sigillos, many things that we need to take care, you know, of the security. So sometimes you really need to be there face to face. But
Mhm.
doing all this movement before, having all these agreements, all these people, this partnership made by the virtual way, it was the best time of my company to go to the next level for sure.
Wow, that's great. So I want to end with one last question, which is if you were to make one prediction about the future of, I'm thinking, space industry,
Uh-huh.
what would that be?
Well, I think that which more we think about the small business as something that can have the base of the economy, because if you are investing and improving many as possible little companies, you are improving as much as possible people into a lot of things that you need, even if it's from the space sector, because the space sector is not only the nanosatellites. We really need all these people here in the farm, here working on the parameters, the researchers, the people who will be there in this sensors in Earth, the people who will produce the sensor, the people who will, there are a lot of people around. If we improve all these people around, we are going to have a lot of small business, because all them are making technology. They are
Mhm.
all them are making some solutions for the Earth. If we are not just look for the big companies to solve their problems, if we look for much as more possible small companies, we are going to have a lot of small companies doing a lot of solving a lot of problems to a lot of the problems that we are facing at this moment. At this
Mhm.
moment, we really need to improve a lot of, and many as possible companies. And I could see sometimes there when I went to Europe, there in this business trip that I've just arrived, I saw many banks that goes to this incubator centers or accelerator centers, that they could realize for sure it's something very like obvious. They goes to the centers because these centers can aggregate, can be there with the startup, give to the startup all they need of administration, of something for the law, or something of the operations, or anything. They can be supported into this place in a very good way, so they can really grow in a structured company, and it will be
Mhm.
very good for the economy, because when they go out for there, they're gonna reach a very good economy that it is going to come back to the banks, and then it's going to come back to economy. So it's something that they really, I could see a lot there in Europe, that it's going on at this moment. They are more paying attention of the small companies, and all these small companies are full of people with many ideas of technology and innovation, because
Yeah.
they are coming from the academy, they are coming from these places that they are really improved. They are improved. We've been a lot of time many years ago improving the education for researchers. A lot of researchers we have nowadays, and sometimes we have a very big place all over of thesis, of doctor thesis and master thesis, and we need to put this to solve these problems, because we are having and facing all these problems. If we put a lot of people to do this, it's not us to do all to solve all this problem. There are many people as possible to do this. So I think that the best way of thinking is the growing up of the small companies to solve as much as possible problems in our world. So I think this is the best scenery, this best scenario we can say.
Great. Well, I think your prediction is already coming true, and hopefully it will continue to blossom. So, thank you so much, Aila, for
Oh, thank
being
you
here
also.
today with us.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Also, I'm very happy to be here and to share some ideas of our company, of our strategies as a company that is facing a lot of difficulties in our country, but we are giving a lot of very good solutions to make it happen, and it makes us very happy. And to share this is very good for us, for sure. And I'm very happy to be here and to talk to you, for sure.
Fantastic. Well, we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you also. Bye bye, dear.
Hmm. It wants us to just continue to broadcast, apparently. Bye, everybody.